Shit, if she don't fuck, then she not for me. Cop a plea, a cop a feel, you still can't catch a nut from me. Shit, fuck her fresh about that poverty. Feed her and the rest, I think she probably need the calories. If she don't fuck, then she not for me. Shit, if she don't suck, then she not for me. Shit, scratching bitches off just like the lottery. She made a mistake, grammatical apostrophe. Yeah. If she don't fuck, then she not for me. Shit, if she don't suck, then she not for me. Baby, come fuck with a monopoly. He seek the hoe, ain't nobody hot as me. If she don't fuck, then she not for me. Shit, if she don't suck, then she not for me. Shit, scratching bitches off just like the lottery. She made a mistake, grammatical apostrophe. Yeah. If she don't fuck, then she not for me. Shit, if she don't suck, then she not for me. Baby, come fuck with a monopoly. He seek the hoe, ain't nobody hot as me.
I heard you did your first kick though, I'm proud of you. I got a whole pound allowed for you, even switched up the style for you. Out of breath, but I still run a mile for you. Hands flipped over, we all in, we all sin, we all been. To break the bread of the innocent. They say you dead if you feeling this. Engrave the heads of the ignorant. You made a bed, now you lay in it. You should stay in it unless you down to put in work though. They say the end of the road, the way you going, ain't gonna leave you in a motherfucking dirt hole. I'm just playing, I ain't saying you can rock off at your box and leave the motherfucking earth cold. But in the same breath, I'd be impressed if you took the role of motherfucking scapegoat. Nigga, that's a P-code, nigga, that's a P-code. Nigga, when you get out, we was in the car, but you knew we had to split out. No hard feelings, a felony might help you chill out. Or fill out, or really realize what you down to kill about. Play your role, nigga, that's the player's code. Nigga, if you play it cool, nigga, we gon' help you through. Sit down and do the time is what you supposed to do. And don't you say a word if they come approaching you. Yeah, that's real, that's real, that's real, nigga. Big name, workhorse like a field, nigga. My OG once told me as a lil nigga, you take a plea, then you work for an appeal, nigga. Yeah, that's real, that's real, that's real, nigga. Nickname, workhorse like a field, nigga. My OG once told me as a lil nigga, he said the pawns go first, gone, lil nigga. Gone, lil nigga. That's a fly by night, fly little killer. That's a fly by night, fly little nigga. Yeah. That's a fly by night, fly little killer. That's a fly by night, fly little nigga. That's a fly by night, fly little killer. That's a fly by night, fly little nigga. Yeah. That's a fly by night, fly little killer. That's a fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, so clip your wings on tight, just like a fiend so hot. He tried to reach for the pie in the sky, so pious and uptight, with his fake admiration for the righteous and upright. Gunfights, the niggas spill blood in his past life. The reason why he paying for it now in his dark night. Bruce Wayne could even do away with the stain if he had to share a 3x5 with a pain, and it rained on his parade with shade. He tried to cover and uncover charades. Unguarded, he soldered and fought with all of the martyrs and molded all of the potters in his image. And this scrimmage that we play, they don't play. If you scrape food off they plate, just rip a plate from the playbook of one of the greats in a crate where you late. If you fuck up, and to be honest, shit and where I fit made me up chub. Don't let your greed come replacing your heart. Realize your faults and keep away from the flaws. Watch every nigga be a friend, turn fraud. Most niggas fish, you watch your man turn card. See if you bitch and knock them out of the park from the start. Look at the odds, a series of events that turn bitch niggas broad. And turn broads to a hog, which turn hearts to a god. What you saw, we still flawed. You a fly by night, fly little killer from the drive-by sight. Your wings a little bigger, say you ride on a bike. Be that clip you deliver, what it is on site. Need a clip way bigger. You a fly by night, fly little killer from the drive-by sight. Your wings a little bigger, say you ride on a bike. Be that clip you deliver, what it is on site. Need a clip way bigger. That's a fly by night, fly little killer. That's a fly by night, fly little nigga. Yeah. That's a fly by night, fly little killer. That's a fly by night, fly little nigga. That's a fly by night, fly little killer. That's a fly by night, fly little nigga. Yeah. That's a fly by night, fly little killer. That's a fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer. Fly by night, fly little nigga. Fly by night, fly little killer.
Why you still do the crime if you can't do the time? Why you still do the crime? Cause it make you feel alive. Why you still call him sign? That nigga left you out to dry. Why you even hit that lit? Because you felt you never die. Why you still do the crime if you can't do the time? Why you still do the crime? Cause it make you feel alive. Why you still call him sign? That nigga left you out to dry. Why you even hit that lit?
The face tape is forgiving. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Quarantino Da GAWD coming at you live and direct. And today we have a very special topic. So I want to preface this stream by saying this isn't to attack or anything like that. This is just I wanted to get into this stream because I thought it was a very funny conversation, and I think it needs to be had. And you know, we've got a lot of dating coaches out there, and I asked the question, do people think that older dating coaches, the OGs or whatnot, do people think that these guys are leading younger men astray? Okay. So I definitely wanted to raise that question. So I was actually watching the lead attorney's YouTube, and he did a live stream that was 7 hours. 7 hours. I mean, I don't know. No disrespect to the lead attorney. Maybe he had an off day, but I don't know any attorney who can stream for 7 hours straight. I don't personally. And maybe he got his stuff together to where he got employees working for him. That may be the truth. But damn, this man did a 7 hour stream. But shout out to him, bro. He's doing some good things as well. But I wanted to get into it because they did a video with Mr. Locario and then I guess this Anton Daniels fella. And they were speaking about Mr. Locario, speaking about how him and his wife were in an open relationship and this, that, and third. And I thought it was extremely interesting. So I definitely wanted to tackle the topic. What do I think about open relationships? Well, I think that it can only be open on the man's side. There's no such thing as an open relationship on the woman's side. Otherwise, it's just like it's not going to work. But apparently, he's got his thing working to where they're open on both sides and this, that, and the third. Me personally, I would rather, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I would just rather cheat than be in an open relationship, and not to say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna cheat on the girl without her knowing. No, like, I would rather just be like, look, it is what it is. Either, we smashing and it ain't no commitment like that. Or, I can go and do my thing and, you hold me down. That's the only way I see it. That's the only way I see it work. But we're going to get into this video. My boy Wiz G says, please tell me that ain't true. Boy, yeah, it is true. He says, ain't no way. Yeah, this man, and I knew this before, but when I really see him explain it, it just made me want to get into it. So in this stream, they were actually targeting Fresh and Fit, and the lead attorney is kind of trying to expose Fresh and Fit and stuff like that with the Abba and Preach Fresh and Fit beef. Look, we not over here trying to do that, because I definitely, when it came to the Abba and Preach conversation, it stemmed from paying for the WAP, which we don't agree with over here. So I just wanted to get into this video because Mr. Locario is talking about him being in an open relationship, and then they raised some really interesting questions about, what you're doing and if you're giving her a kiss, this, that, and the third, or whatnot. And guys, when you're in here, make sure you like the streams. I'm putting the banners up right now. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. My TikTok guys over here, make sure y'all go over to the YouTube, which is in my bio. But anyways, let's get into the video.
Yeah, just a dating coach. Is that like that's a pickup artist, or is that different?
A pickup artist is more so just about having sex. Dating coaches are talking about a whole other thing as far as like dating, getting into relationships, maintaining. So it still has to do with sex and picking up girls or whatever. And I also coach women, but it still has that in it, but it's not.
Well, you coach women too?
Yeah.
What do you coach? What do women need help on? What do you coach women about?
Yeah, women generally need help on keeping a man interested. That's generally because what happens is, for a lot of women, guys come up to them.
And Locario has some game. I'm not gonna lie, he got some good game, but it's his situation. I from my perspective, it's a do what I say and not what I do. Okay, and that's how I've always taken Locario. Do what he says in certain instances, but not necessarily what he does. Okay.
Smash and then bounce. You know what I'm saying? So
you teach a woman how to stay around, how to keep the man from bouncing.
Yes.
And what are three of the main things that women make mistakes on you've seen in your coaching?
Right. Well, one is most women don't get with a man they want to follow. So usually they get with beta males, guys that they're not really that interested, guys that they can control because
wait. Beta males are not going to be the men to pump and dump. Beta men that's an issue, right? Because what you just said was these women are coming to you because they can't keep the man, but beta men are the specific men that will stay in bad relationships, right?
No, beta males are still pump and dump because some beta males will lie to get to a certain position in the situation with a woman, have sex with that girl, and then bounce. You understand what I'm saying? That's what some beta males will do that. And so
this is the best part of the conversation. I'm very much entertained. Please. I do not object to leading the witness. Go ahead, Mr.
No, he's putting us on game. He's putting us on game. Okay.
But this is what happens. So women have a hard time keeping a guy. So either they're looking for a guy who's safe that they can run, or what happens is that they might not be interesting enough. So I always tell women, be better than your vagina. You know what I'm saying? And another thing
how do women do that? How do women do that?
Cashflow says Locario understands advanced level game. Yeah, and I believe so. He does. I believe Locario has a game in a handbasket. He knows game, this, that, and third. But at the same time, like I said, it's a do as I say and not as I do situation.
Right. Well, one of the things is that they have like women generally don't know how to be more likable to a large number of men. So
and then you can tell that Buddy down here, he's kind of blue pill, or he's blue vitamin, because he's laughing at. I mean, it's kind of condescending, kind of how Preach was doing when he was on the Fresh and Fit Pod. It's condescending because he's laughing at all the ideas that Locario is throwing out there. Which, I mean, I don't disagree with anything that he said wrong so far. I think that the messenger got away from the message in this snippet of the interview.
So what it is that I teach women what men like in general and what men are attracted to. And I teach women ways that they can find alignment within that. So I don't want to teach a woman just to like, oh, switch everything up and be somebody else. I'm not saying that. I want you to understand who you are, where you are, and how you're going to be able to fit into this situation with the man that you're really trying to get. Because what most women want is they want a sexually attractive alpha male who also can protect and provide. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that because that guy is like the top, guy, the most attractive, he's going to basically want a top-notch woman. And so in order for that to happen, she has to understand how to keep that guy interested beyond just sex. You see what I'm saying? So she has to learn that particular man, understand who he is, what he's about, and know how to fit into that situation to get the best result that she wants. You see what I'm saying?
Interesting. So that's one of the big three things. What's another big three? What's another big mistake, common mistake that you see women make that come to you for advice? Do they also pay the $7,000 for the package? The in-person?
Yeah, definitely. All that.
Okay, so
you don't even finance it.
So basically, what they're doing here is they're attacking the pickup artists. They're attacking the pickup artists, game guys who are selling things, and they always said the game is to be told, not sold, right? Or sold, not told, whichever way you want it. I've heard it multiple different ways. But the thing is, if Locario is selling a $7,000 game package, I don't want to hop on the brother's hustle, but over here with Tino Gang, I would never charge $7,000 for a course to get girls. I just wouldn't do it. It's a waste of money, in my opinion. But he set his price. He put in the time, and he did what he had to do. $7,000 though. Sheesh. And that's why, people have a problem with the guru thing, because the courses are just, they're outlandish in the pricing scheme.
Just swipe the card, right? So, okay. So
$7K on deck. Okay, I got
it. How old are these women, by the way, that come to see you for the $7,000?
Yeah, usually they're anywhere between 28 to about 40-ish. That's usually the age range. You know what I mean?
How did they find you?
Online, on the internet. You know what I mean? And
you have a website, or is it just the YouTube, or how is it?
MrLocario.com. That's the website. They find me on there. They find me through Instagram. They find me through TikTok. They find me through YouTube. All those different avenues.
Gotcha.
What do you like? You do videos on TikTok, and then you be like, "Well, ladies, this is how you get a man," and stuff like that. And then they'd be like, "Yo, I want to tap in."
Yeah, so I do videos on TikTok about men and women relationships, stuff like that. Do videos on Instagram, do videos on YouTube, stuff like that. So I just been promoting heavy on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow.
That's what's up.
Listen,
it looks like they laughing at his hustle.
My time is booked, bro. I am booked out of my eyeballs, but I was not familiar with the information that Mr. Locario Lee brought it out of him, but I wasn't familiar with the information that Mr. Locario is providing us with. So I'm amazed. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think, bro. I don't, bro.
This is it's pretty deep. Do you also do you give services or consultations about the would you label your lifestyle polyamorous, or what would be a label to I know people hate labels, but what would you What would you kind of?
I say it's basically polyamorous. You know what I mean? So it's just, but I don't teach people how to do that. I teach people to be what they want to be. You understand? So like people come to me and I say, "What do you want?" And then we go get what you want. So I'm not sitting there saying, "Listen, don't be monogamous." Nah, do what you want, and I'll help you find what you want. that's what I do, because I thought back in the day that I should be monogamous because that's all I knew. You understand? But then when I felt that I didn't want that because I had the
Here we go. We getting into the meat and potatoes.
urge inside me to deal with other women and be with other women, I was like, okay, this is wrong for me to be cheating on my ex girl and all this other stuff. So I said, all right, the next girl I'm with, I got to make it open to.
Interesting. And so people tell you after they've completed your program that they found success, that they're able to secure more relationships or more women.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what, and a lot of the stuff that I did, that's what got me on. Like I was on like Fox News.
Yo, so the nigga on the bottom, he's being very condescending. And I think people are pretty much tired of the gimmicks. I think people are, tired of the courses and this, that, and the third. And I know it's a business model and you got to make money. And I absolutely understand that. And when it comes to fitness, yeah, you should charge for a fitness course. When it comes to, getting girls, yeah, you should charge for getting girls. But $7,000, my nigga, I'm not trying to knock his hustle. But yeah, $7,000, bro.
Was on New York.
He was on Fox News
twice, New York Post. What else? Just a lot of different.
They just seek you. Like, did you pay for the slide or did they seek you out?
They seek me out.
Fox News sought you out.
They sought me out. They said we need you on the show, and that's what as I got a show. I got people.
So let me ask you one question. One more question, real quick. What's your success rate? 100 out of 100? What? Like,
I'll say it's between like 90 and 95%.
Wow.
And what happens if they're unsuccessful?
Wait. How do you measure success?
Based on what they specifically want, then we measure the success based off of the goal that they achieve to getting what they want.
So I think lead attorney is maybe on a course to try and dismantle a lot of this PUA, dating coach, dating strategy, whatever. I think he's on a course to dismantle this because they're interviewing him and trying to put his feet to the fire to get him to state the value of the actual course here.
You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that sometimes what I do is I give people refunds if they're not doing the work. So the people, they come to me, they say, hey, I want help with this. I say, okay, you got to do A, B, C, and D. And when I notice that they're not doing that, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna give you a refund. And when you're ready to do the thing, let's do the things. I don't want you to waste your money. You see what I'm saying? So when people actually do what I'm saying and I help them, then they get the success. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, shouldn't you give them a refund if they do the work and don't get the results? Like, why would you give someone a refund who doesn't do the work?
No, because
what's the Fox News article? Is it under Mr. Locario? What is it under?
You can let me see if I could. It's on YouTube. You can type it in. It's Mr. Locario on Chasing News. You can probably find it on there or whatever.
And so, what did you talk about? Was that an interview on like a recorded interview?
It was like a Valentine's Day show, and so they was.
Oh my God, you're Valentine's Day, Jesus Christ!
So the show is called Chasing News. It's like a TMZ type of show, and they do like funny type of segments or whatever. So they was doing a segment where they wanted me to help the co-anchor find a date for Valentine's Day or something like that. So we was out in the street trying to get her to talk to guys. It was like super goofy and funny, but it was pretty cool. And I was on Fox News before that one on another show.
Did she sleep with the guy in 10 minutes?
Oh, I don't know.
He said Anton called Locario trash the entire stream. Damn.
No, but that's the thing. You know what I mean? So
okay, you said I'm sorry, you said you were on another one. There was a Valentine's Day special that you did with Fox News, and then there was another one.
Yeah, there was another show I was on for Fox News years ago. I can't remember the exact name, but I have it on my website. If you go to my website on my press page, you can see all the stuff, all the press stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. I've been doing it for a long time, and I hope. And the reason why some of it sounds crazy to some people at first is because, like I said, there's deeper levels of the game people don't understand. And so this is stuff that I had to learn over the years. This stuff other people taught me that were good at the game, and then I use that to help other people. You see what I'm saying?
Interesting. This is this is deep, man. I don't.
Takeem Hilton says the lead attorney wasn't feeling Locario. He was sneak dissing every time he asked Locario questions. Yeah, they definitely sneak dissing.
I don't really know what to say about it. So I do want to say,
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of embarrassing that they're laughing at the brother on the stream. Like they really disrespecting him. Like straight up, it's at a point where it's disrespectful. Buddy is just laughing out loud at Locario and what he's saying.
I'm like Anton as well. You know, I think it's awesome that you're able to be so free and so transparent about your lifestyle. You know, Anton, you know, he says, you know, maybe you're hurting other people, maybe you're hurting the Black community. I'm down here in Atlanta, so I really want to be honest. You know, I try to ask questions, but I want to be honest with you guys too. In Atlanta, man, everything goes down here. I mean, there's some of everything. And I think we have a lot of people who are like Anton, who are more, you know, I don't know whether you would classify yourself, Anton, as more spiritual or religious, but certainly people who have their convictions. And then there are other places down here in Atlanta where it's like if both people are consenting, everything goes.
And what he said is right. In Atlanta, you can find like the real Southern Baptist, Methodist, whatever, Catholic people, really religious people, because we're down here in the South. And then on the other spectrum, you're going to see people who are, you know, who are LGBT. They're doing men into being dominated by women, pegging. It's a whole bunch of weird stuff that goes on in Atlanta. So you guys got to be very careful. Any big city, New York, Atlanta, LA, Miami, all of this stuff, all of these things can happen. But what they're talking about right now, they're about to get on Locario's personal life. And this is where it kind of goes off the rails as far as Locario's credibility. Shout out to the brother Alphazo. He says, I may not agree with Locario on all his teachings, but these men are being straight disrespectful towards him. Yeah, they really are. And I didn't want to get on this podcast and get disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to ask the question, are older dating coaches leading young men astray? Because it's like, man, hell no, we ain't part of no LGBT. I'm just saying in Atlanta it goes down. But because of the situation with Locario, I think a lot of people, it's hard to get behind his certain situation because he's sharing his woman. And to most people, to allow your woman to smash other guys is not the move.
Right. As long as like no one's getting stabbed or anything like that. But it is interesting hearing someone with your type of lifestyle, Mr. Locario, talk about it, because it really is foreign to us. I could not imagine. You might say, "Oh, lead attorney, you're a square." Fair enough. I could not imagine my wife going on a date with another dude, and then she comes home to me, and then that same day I write the check to the mortgage. I'm like, why are you living here? Like, if some other man is going all up in your mouth,
right,
and then you're coming here,
right,
you know, eating the food that I buy, and I know, lead attorney, you know, you try to control the women with the money or anything. Listen, I'm telling you, if I'm paying for all of this, and then you coming home with another man's seed in your mouth, woo, I can't understand it.
Lead attorney, could you imagine though? You're going out.
So this is where they kill him right here. This is where they put the dagger in his proverbial heart. He says, I can't imagine having my wife, I'm paying the bills, and then my wife coming back home after getting clapped out by other men. This is where they got him. I mean, it's there's not many men who would do that. There's not many men who would do that. And it brings people to question Locario's credibility, okay? Because if you're out here and you're telling guys teaching the game and this, that, and third, yeah, that all that is fine and dandy. But then what you do in your personal life, it's crazy. Like for me, everybody knows, you know what I'm saying? I always have identified with the purple pill. And if you guys don't know what the purple pill is, it is your red vitamin, right? Your red vitamin, but you also are, you know, down for relationships. Like I'm not going to be the one to say, oh yeah, I would never get in a relationship. Like I'm in a relationship now. Yeah, I mean, but I would never be in an open relationship to where I allow my girl to go out and smash other dudes. That would never happen in a million years.
But then while she's out, you having a threesome with 2 hot chicks.
I don't care, man. Listen.
So Locario tries to flip it and says, well, while your wife is out on a date, you're out having a threesome with 2 hot chicks. Let's keep it a buck. Most guys who are in this scenario who are sharing their wife, they're not able to get any woman. The fact of the matter is, the guys who are sharing their wife are the same type of dudes who are out here and they can't get more women. That's why they settle for a woman they have to share.
I don't.
Whereas in a man's situation, if the man is cheating on the woman can't get another man who has that much value, okay? Who has that much bread or who has that much status. So that way she'll stay because he has status, he has money, he has bread, he's bringing value to the table. Maybe he's paying the bills and whatnot. But when it comes to a woman's perspective, if the woman is out here smashing other dudes and you're allowing her, it makes you think, yo, why wouldn't you just, have this woman as your rotation? Like, why did you wife her? Why would you wife the woman like that? Like, if she was doing that, y'all could have had a little friends with benefits situation, but you didn't have to put a ring on it. That's my problem with Lucario's philosophy. He could have, and the theory is, and I'm not saying this is for him personally, but if Locario could theoretically get more women, why would he settle for a woman who is out here getting banged by other guys? Why wouldn't he just keep her as a side chick and then marry a woman who is actually going to be faithful?
I don't care. Listen, I can't have it. I can't do it.
He said I can't have it,
bro.
Just saying.
Yo, Cash God is wilding in here. Yo, yo, I'm gonna read some of these chats. Alpha or Takeem Hill says the lead attorney went in on that comment. Cash God says it's that if everyone paid tribute to LGBTQ, the world would run smoother. Support them. Nigga, what? Cash Flow says, damn, attorney, pause. Cash God says, bro, if you can't please your woman, what's wrong with her getting pleased by another man? This is the beta mentality that we're trying to weed out, guys. This is the beta mentality that we're trying to read out. These are the guys who will pay for OnlyFans. Cash God is, no disrespect, Cash God, but you're one of those guys who will pay for the WAP, pay for OnlyFans. DT says, if you don't have a picture or bag fine hoes, your opinions are worthless. Yeah, that's facts. Cash God says, if that's going to make my girlfriend happy, why not let her occasionally smash a guy here and there? He's got to be trolling. AlphaZo says they didn't have to acknowledge that about Locario because he has been upfront about it for years, but it does raise concern about his level to retain his woman without letting her get piped out by other men. Yeah, and that's my thing. It's like, why would you marry that woman? Why would you marry that woman? AlphaZo says once a woman takes another meat, she can't love her man the same or respect him to the fullest, especially of the side of lover is breaking her back better than him. Yes, facts. Cash God says, bro, because if you can't please your woman, okay, he's saying the same thing. Cash Flow says maintaining a loyal long-term wife and girlfriend sounds like a cool alpha fantasy, but is it realistic in 2021 in the West? It makes sense that Locario has to make concessions. Wow, we got a lot of people in the chat who are condoning this. I wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting it, to be honest. I thought my guys over here were a little more player, but I guess we got to get you guys to the level. I'm trying to tell you guys, no, you can absolutely keep your woman at bay. You have, for one, you got to make money. You got to be, you as a man, you have to make money. Two, you keep your body right, okay? You get your body right. You know, no disrespect to Locario, but it's not like he's you know, in the greatest shape. Okay, maybe he works out here and there, but it's not like he's in the greatest shape. So if his woman was not necessarily getting pleased by him and she smashed dudes who look better to her or look better than him to her, then yes, she might be out here experimenting. But when you're a guy and you are making the bread and you're doing what you got to do and you're keeping your body on point, that woman is not going nowhere. Okay? Don't let her go. She's not going anywhere. And for that matter, if she was to go somewhere, I definitely wouldn't put a ring on it.
Listen,
Here's the
I
thing
can't
about-
have it. I can't do it.
He said I
I'm not
can't have
doing
it.
bro.
Just saying.
Here's the thing about humans. And this has been well studied, and every behavioral scientist knows about this. Okay, women, humans, men and women, humans can gain things, have happiness, and humans can lose things, right? Have sadness. All humans would prefer to lose less than to gain more, because you can always fall lower. You know, you can only get so happy. If you think about the happiness in your life, you can only get so happy. But the depths of pain and suffering you can fall, or just there's no limit. You see these people over here in Afghanistan, the Taliban is taking over. I don't know if some of y'all saw this. I don't even want to talk about it. What I'm saying is, I would rather
hurt more than the wins.
Exactly.
The losses hurt more than the wins.
Anton is giving you the short answer. I'm long-winded, but he put it perfectly. All right.
It's
The
the
losses. So I would rather, you know, just not take the loss of my wife coming home with another man's seed in her mouth than take the win of sleeping, you know, having a threesome. Do you see what I'm saying?
I'm straight.
Lost though. That's
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, bro, you don't have to play ball in the woman's court. He's saying, well, wouldn't you rather just, while your woman is out here getting smashed by other guys, wouldn't you rather go and be able to have a threesome and on the side while she's doing her thing? No, I would rather my wife stay her ass home or have the threesome with me. You know what I mean? So, I can't get behind that, bro.
I'm saying I don't see that as a loss, because I don't.
Wait. Get him, Anton.
Whoa, hold on. Wait. You don't see it as a loss.
No.
By somebody busting down your chick and using her.
Cash flow. How many players you see with a wife and a girlfriend under the same roof? Bro, you don't put your wife and your girlfriend under the same roof. You put your wife under the roof, and your side chicks are side chicks. That's why they call it side chicks.
Her for every in which way in which she need to be. You
Not at all.
don't see that as a loss at all?
No.
Not even a little bit?
Not at all. Because listen, I only care what pertains to me. You understand what I'm saying? So in that moment, what she's doing doesn't pertain.
You married her.
Oh, I know, but that's what I'm saying. At that moment, when I'm doing my thing, all I'm thinking about is my thing. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, I need her to be over there so I can be over here doing my thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't see what you're saying. I'm sorry. Listen, bro. Hold on. Let's paint the picture. Let's just paint the picture.
Right.
Like, you gonna kiss her.
Mm-hmm. No,
like probably shortly thereafter. You know how many millions of
No. When she comes, this is what I'm saying. When she comes home, she brushes her teeth, she takes a shower, right?
Yo, so he's basically, this is where he fucked up. He's going through the sequence of events where his wife gets banged by another guy, sucks another guy's dick, comes home, and he says she comes home, brushes her teeth, and takes a shower. It's actually sounding pitiful at this point.
No,
like probably shortly thereafter. You know how many millions of
No. When she comes, this is what I'm saying. When she comes home, she brushes her teeth, she takes a shower, right? Pull up on her after she's done.
It ain't enough. Listen, it ain't enough toothpaste that you can take. Honestly, like you don't wait. So you don't think you think that you think she's thoroughly brushed her teeth enough to where when she kisses you, it ain't nothing on her that's gonna get in your mouth.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that that's what she can do before I'm going to do anything, if I'm going to do anything. So what I'm saying is that when I do the same thing, I'm not coming all up and coming all up to her. This lead is certainly hilarious. So
Jesus Christ.
And Anton, this is what
Yo, his explanation for that was not it.
He kiss you, it ain't nothing on her that's gonna get in your mouth.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that that's what she can do before I'm going to do anything, if I'm going to do anything. So what I'm saying is that when I do the same thing, I'm not coming all up to her. This lead is certainly hilarious. So
Jesus Christ.
And Anton, this is what I said to you earlier.
I'm not doing it. I'm not kissing a woman when she just got done fucking another guy. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I would never do it.
I was saying that how do you know what's going on with you? See, I know what's going on.
No. Hold on, bro.
And this is, I don't like when he tries to do this too. How do you know what's going on with your woman? Your woman might be out here sleeping with another guy and you don't know, and she comes home and kisses you in the mouth, bruh. Yeah, I hear you. You don't necessarily know. You can't be 100% sure. But let's keep it a buck. If your game is strong and the woman is smashing another guy, you know. You know. If your game is strong and your woman was smashing another guy, you would absolutely know. There's no way that my woman could hide from me that she was fucking another dude. Like, emotionally, she couldn't do it. Spiritually, she couldn't do it. She wouldn't be able to have the same vibe. She wouldn't be as excited when we had sex. Like, it would just be a different vibe. You would know that.
Fam, no. You can't see. That's the thing. You can't justify your argument by asking a question on a hypothetical situation, right?
But it's hypothetical to you.
No. We know for a fact, according to your admission, that it's a strong possibility that another man's jizz has been in your mouth.
And we know that.
Woo! I told you they was getting disrespectful out here. Yo, he just said another man's jizz was in Locario's mouth. That was crazy. That was crazy. Yo, run that back.
That another man's jizz. No. We know for a fact, according to your admission, that it's a strong possibility that another man's jizz has been in your mouth.
And we know that could also happen to any guy. This is what I'm saying. Anton,
that's crazy, bro.
This is what I'm saying.
No.
He's saying that could happen to any guy. I mean, and it could, especially in a big city like Atlanta, especially in a big city like Miami, New York, LA. But guys, I'm telling you, if you are a guy and you know the game, like these guys are, like Mr. Locario specifically is proclaiming, you would know if your woman was smashing another guy. You really would. Women don't really hold secrets that well. Maybe some dudes will be oblivious to it because they're simps and, they're bait or whatnot. But you know. I mean, I've been cheated on before, like in high school. Yeah, I knew when my girl was not being straight up with me. I knew.
Mr. Locario's right. And I've been a divorce attorney for 20 years. And he's absolutely right.
But listen, here's the problem though, TLA. Okay. Listen, I'm not going to knowingly subject myself.
Okay, all right. You're right about that too, though. You're right about that.
If you gonna finesse me, and I was, and I fell for the okie doke, that's one thing. But I'm not knowingly putting my mouth on it and letting. I'm straight. I'm straight, bro. I'm good, bro.
Boy, I don't know if there's a Listerine strong enough. I need the gas flavored Listerine, the gasoline flavored Listerine to clear that out, boy.
Hey, all I'm saying is I just want to know how all these dudes that's out here dating and dealing with women know that the other women they're dealing with is doing what they're doing. That's what I want to know.
And that's a decent point as well. Like, especially if you're spinning plates, if you're spinning plates and you're dealing with multiple women who aren't your woman, yes, you will be dealing with some woman who may have had sex with somebody else a day before. That's facts. That's absolutely facts.
Locario, you're raising a great point too. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, man, like let's say you're right. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right, Mr. Locario. Right. And luckily for Anton, he didn't have to deal with this.
That's a bad scenario, right? Like, listen. I don't know if I walk up to this guy right now and I shake his hands that he washed his hands when he left the bathroom. But that the guy that's whose hands you about to shake and you about to do like this on your mouth right after, you know he just used the bathroom and he didn't wash his hands. It's different. I don't care how you frame it. I don't care how we want to put it. We all know that we shake people's hands and they didn't do the right thing. But it's a difference when I seen this guy just get off the toilet, take a number 3. He took a number 3, right? And he didn't wipe. And then he came out and he shook my hands and then he put his hands on my head and he said, "Good job, man." That's a different scenario, and you cannot compare the same.
I understand what you're saying, but this is what the funny part is that you can be in a situation where because you have a certain relationship with your girl, right? Let's say every time your wife come in, you give her a kiss on the mouth, right? If she was doing something with someone else behind your back,
every man in the chat, our stomach went just like, oh God.
if she was doing
every man in the chat, when you said you give your woman a kiss, every man was like, oh God.
And it's real though, like bro is really trying to justify the fact that he's kissing his wife goodnight, kissing his wife after she's getting piped, all this type of stuff. I can't get behind that. I can't get behind Locario on this one.
So I'm saying, if Anton comes in and his wife gives him a kiss, let's say
don't use me. I'm not a good test subject.
Follow me. If she gives you a kiss, right? She can't say to you, "Hold on, honey, let me go brush my teeth," because you're gonna be like, "What you doing?" Right? But she's doing something behind your back. So she's
she's not, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying in this hypothetical.
And here's the good thing about yours. Like, even if we want to go down that path, when I find out, I'm done. I'm not going to continue to subject myself to it.
Yep.
Why would I subject myself to that?
Because that's not your type of relation.
I believe I'm rocking with Anton on this one, even though he does move with, he's married and all this stuff. He moves Blue Vitamin, definitely. But I agree with him on this one, man. If once I figure out my girl is smashing another dude, I'm done. Like, as far as, making her my main girl. Now, this is my thing. I will still smash a girl who I guess, quote unquote, cheated on me. Like, I'll always fuck her, because for me, my emotions aren't really in it like that to where, I'm gonna be upset. Oh man, you cheated, this and the third. Okay, yeah, cool. All right. We ain't going on no dinners no more. It ain't gonna be no girlfriend, boyfriend vibe. You ain't sleeping over, but I'll definitely still bust some cheeks down. No cap.
Relationship. You're monogamous. That's what I'm saying. It's cool. And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna date a girl who's gonna be with you, who's gonna be dating another guy, and she's gonna come see you, and then you're gonna kiss her on the mouth.
Oh no, bro.
Yeah.
Well, see, I mean, to kind of back up Mr. Locario, and again, Anton, you don't have to worry about this at all. But dudes who are on the dating scene, it's tough out here, man, because you really don't know. You take a woman out. It's 8 o'clock on a Saturday. You don't know where she was at 8 o'clock on Friday. But like you're saying too, you're not.
But what about? I've always said I don't believe in dating. I've said it a million times.
Yeah.
So this is the problem with Anton. He says he doesn't believe in dating. He doesn't believe in vetting women. He doesn't believe in, putting them through their paces and giving them competition anxiety by dealing with other women.
Yeah.
I don't listen. When we talking about us being on opposite ends of the spectrum, we are on completely different opposite ends of the spectrum. I don't believe in dating. So even in that scenario, it don't fly with me.
But so Anton, when you're with a woman, if you wouldn't, like, if y'all get together, it's just like we're together and then we're leading to marriage. Is that what you're saying?
So you want me to give you what my
Yes.
advice to people is when it comes to looking for a wife?
Yes.
Okay, so I say don't date because there's a difference between dating and courting, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I believe that people should do is to largely make sure that they're so focused on being the best version of themselves, A, and B, building their network. So I largely believe that you are the sum total of your friends and the people that you surround yourself with the most. And so what I would say, and I tell people this often at times, is that my relationship is not based off of superficial things that other people look for when they're dating. You're dating a representative. I say to court your best friend. I married my best friend.
And this is where the discrepancies come, marry your best friend, it implies that men need to put themselves in the friend zone first. I think what he's saying is it sounds good, and I believe it's very genuine, but him saying marry your best friend, it implies that men should put themselves in the friend zone, you know, before they even get the draws.
The foundation of our relationship is much deeper than love, looks, all of this other superficial stuff. So I always say, work on yourself and build your network. When you're building your network, you're surrounding yourself with like minds. You're surrounding yourself with people that's going in the direction that you're going. And then often at times also align with that is that you're finding out about who they truly are without the facade, without the presentation, without the ulterior motives, any of that type of stuff. You're just genuinely around people that's moving in the direction that you're going. And often at times what you'll find yourself doing is aligning yourself with and marrying the person that you're supposed to be with instead of dating a representative. And that's why I say it's a difference between authentically getting to know somebody and courting and dating. And so I don't believe in dating. I just believe in aligning and being around people that's going in the direction that you're going in, and then you authentically find out who people truly are.
So
what he said is pretty loaded. What he's basically saying is social circle game. Date a woman in your social circle, maybe a woman who is maybe in the same field as work as you, or maybe she is in the same arena as you financially. Maybe she frequents a coffee store that you go to. Social circle game. The only problem that I have with that is if you're looking for a woman who works with you or works in the job with you, it can easily be conflated with you can easily catch a harassment case or something like that if it doesn't go well. I don't advise guys to deal with women who they work with because of the threat of losing their job, unless them and that woman are on one accord and they really make sure that none of their business on the outside comes into the workplace.
So no sexual contact until marriage. Is that what you're saying?
I don't believe in that. No.
And
the reason.
And then he's going with the no sex before marriage. I mean, it's honorable. I respect it, but yeah, we ain't rocking with that neither. I got to get the draws to see, what's good with you.
And I don't believe in that is because, I mean, for all intents and purposes, we could just say I'm a Christian, but you can't pick and choose the parts that you believe out of the Bible. Like if it's right, it's right, and it's wrong, and you got to stand on that. Like no sex before marriage. Yeah, I don't believe in that.
So not even kissing in school.
Sorry,
no kissing either before marriage.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily like once you get to the point where you're about to get married, yeah, you can probably start to entertain that, but I don't.
And you can. I spoke on this before. A lot of guys hide behind their religion as to why they're sexually inexperienced. And look, that's fine if you want to say, hey, I'm Christian, and that's why I'm not having sex before marriage, this, that, and the third. Look, you do that as a man. I respect it. But at the same time, a lot of guys try and hide behind that and try and, overcompensate with their religion for why they aren't necessarily good with women. And I don't think that Shorty's was knocking down Anton's door. And obviously he's a successful guy doing what he's doing, whatever, with the YouTube stuff. But I don't think that Shorty's was really knocking on his door trying to, get him right. Okay. So for him to say, oh, I don't believe in sex and marriage, it's like, I mean, bruh, did you really have the option to have intercourse with a chick that you thought was really hot before marriage? I'm just asking for a friend.
I don't think that there should be a long engagement process or anything like that. I think you should just get right to it and that be that. I don't believe in putting yourself in a position to have to resist temptation. Let's just put it like that.
But how long do you wait before you get married? Like you meet someone and then like what would be like generally?
Well, it's not meeting someone. You already authentically know them because they're a part of your network. So it's not like I just met them and okay, I'm about to get married. You know who they are because they're going in the direction that you're going. Y'all friends, y'all hang out, y'all with other people, y'all might have done business together, y'all might be in the same church together, all of this other type of stuff, right? Is what I'm saying, that you get to authentically find out who they are prior to ever even considering them as somebody that you would be interested in a marriage.
Okay, so
it's not like I met them and I'm about to get married. It's
right.
I'm rocking with you.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but what I'm wondering is, okay, after all that, what if you do get with that person and get married? And
Alphazo says he makes a great point. He says Anton been married for over 20 years, and I doubt he has the wordplay with money/success. He married the first girl that he loved back in high school. Okay, and that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, he doesn't have the skill. He doesn't have the ability to go out there and deal with multiple women. And especially in this dating age, if you got married 20 years ago and you haven't been, gaming other chicks since 20 years ago, oh, you're outdated, bro. Especially if you want to smash some of these hotter, like the girls who actually look good, it's over. Takeem says Anton is arrogant as well. Yeah, he comes off with a very arrogant vibe, definitely.
And it just doesn't work out in the sense y'all are not actually compatible as far as being in a relationship together is concerned, or y'all not.
How are you not compatible? Me and my wife are complete opposites on every end of the spectrum. We don't even like the same food. We're not interested in going to the same places as traveling, so on and so forth. I don't believe in a compatibility thing.
Yo, boy just caught a stupid cramp. Woo! I went too crazy in the gym. Today. I was squatting like like 485, bro. My leg, this shit just seized up. That's why y'all see me back up. My shit hurting.
Believe that I look at things completely different, and my success story is not an anomaly. It's the way in which my whole family is operated, and I got a large family, and I don't even know what divorce looks like. I've never seen divorce in my entire life. Look at a large family.
What I'm saying is, what if you get with this woman and y'all are not sexually compatible? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
how are you not sexually compatible?
Because y'all can have sex
and this is where Anton, you can tell he does not have any. Yo, Wiz G. Anton don't got no experience, but Wiz G says somebody tell Rick Ross to chill out. Yo, my nigga said, why you dating a bitch before you get married? I don't believe in dating. You need to go ahead and court that woman, make her your wife the first day you meet her. If y'all friends and she friends on you, wife her.
Y'all don't like how each other has sex. It doesn't feel good. You understand?
But see, that's not true.
So my boy has definitely not, he's never had an IG baddie, an IG model. Once you start dealing with IG model caliber woman, you're gonna change your tune. I don't care what you say. Once you start dealing with 8s, 9s, really beautiful women, oh yeah, it definitely matters if you're sexually compatible, because you could be I've dealt with a super bad chick. She was a 9 and she was just not very sexual. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't know what she was doing. And it wasn't like we weren't attracted to each other, but she just didn't know what she was doing. Like she gave head the wrong way. She couldn't take any D, and it was difficult to be with her because, she just couldn't take the D.
Every person can be taught, right? It's almost like when I see guys and they say something like, oh, this one is going to be different than that one. When in reality, that's not true. And
this is where he's messed up. These women are definitely different when it comes to sexual compatibility. I'm not going to be sexually compatible with a woman who's overweight, because when I see that naked, if I see a fat woman naked, it disgusts me. No disrespect to all the fat women, but to me, it's like it disgusts my genitalia. My biological urge to smash that woman has gone away totally. Whereas if I see a really hot, slim woman with a nice booty and nice breasts, I'm like, dang, like I want to fall up in shorty right quick, right fast, in a hurry and make it last. But if you're dealing with a bigger woman, then you're not going to be sexually compatible, because you're not even going to get hard, or you're not even going to be able to stay rock hard when you're smashing her, bro. Like, it's going to be like, that's when sex becomes a chore for a man, when you're smashing a girl that you deserve better, but you're not, but you're smashing her anyway.
This is one of the things that goes back to what my initial conversation when I was having with you, and saying that women carry baggage into new relationships, right? A woman that has never
That's true though.
known anything but one man only knows that one situation. When she opened herself up to multiple partners, and then she has this long history of guys, she's carrying that into her future relationship and ultimately her marriage, which that's baggage that she carries with her, which is my point that I made very early in this podcast and this live stream, right? My point is that everything can be learned. Every single she has a different touch point. Her sensitivity is different here. This one like this, it's a learned behavior. You got to learn your partner. So it's not that it's trash. And this is me operating again out of that abundance mindset, is that anything can be learned and fixed.
But how does he have the abundance mindset if he's only dealt with one woman? That's the opposite of the abundance mindset. That's actually one itis.
It's all for. It's just a matter of how intentional you are in doing it.
But the thing is that there's certain parts of sexual compatibility that you can't fix. So there are things that you can fix within a technique. For example, if the way you don't like someone kisses or touches you, you can sort of say, hey, do it this way, do it that way.
Teach them.
And that could be worked on. But there's also the actual feeling part of it that you can't fix because it's a natural compatibility that there's nothing you could do about it. Meaning that you could, for example, kiss a woman and it just doesn't feel, you don't feel it. You understand? Or she doesn't feel it. And
so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why are arranged marriages much more successful than marriages where people choose for themselves?
Because they decide, hey, listen, I'm going to stay in this marriage and make it work. It doesn't.
And I don't think that was a good example, because arranged marriages are duty marriages. Arranged marriage is based off of the family. They put two people together who, they want to build wealth as a family together. It's the binding of two families. Whether they are more successful or not, look, that's cool and all. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, is that woman completely happy with that situation? Is that man completely happy with that situation? In most cultures who are with arranged marriages, i.e. Indians, especially Arabs, especially even Africans, they are more under the polygynous side as well. So you can have an arranged marriage, but the male also has the ability to sleep with other women.
I mean, the sex is good. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that,
but again, you're leaning on things that are secondary. And this is why I say that what we define as marriage is different. You're leaning on things that are second, because I would largely believe that based off of the conversation that you're having, that you didn't get married to your wife because of sex.
No, I didn't get married to her because
yeah, and and he's defeating Locario's argument, definitely, because Locario is speaking from a place of sexual compatibility, but your wife is out here smashing other dudes, so obviously you're not fulfilling her.
Why are we having a conversation about sex in a marriage?
And I hope to God Locario don't eat the wop. I pray Locario don't eat pussy, bro.
But I don't want to be married to a woman I don't like having sex with. You see what I'm saying? Like, if the sex,
that's not even why you got married.
No, but if the sex is trash, we're not getting married, period. You understand? But that's not the only reason I'm marrying her, but that's a part of the reason that has to be intact. So if the sex is trash, why would I be married to someone who the sex is trash and I'm going to end up cheating or whatever it is? That doesn't make any sense.
What I'm telling you is that if a woman has never known another man and she gets with her husband, she will be happy sexually.
That's not true.
She is more likely to be happy.
But yeah, Anton is right though. If a woman is less experienced, she's more likely to be happy with her husband up until like she gets to after she done raise the kids, then she'll be like, oh, I haven't dealt with any people. There's a lot of women who will on the back end want to cash in the rest of their youth, what they have left of it, and say, oh, I've raised your kids and this and the third, and I haven't dealt with any other men. I need to go find myself. This is where the find myself narrative comes from. So I hear Anton and saying, oh yeah, the less bodies that she has, whatever. Okay, yeah, that's cool. But then also a negative effect can come from that, whereas the woman feels like she's unfulfilled because she hasn't dealt with anybody who she really wants to deal with.
There is a reason why arranged marriages are much more successful than marriages where people choose for themselves.
But it doesn't.
When you have these women carry all of this baggage into these new relationships, you are creating a toxic environment.
It means they settle though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like what I'm saying is that the sexual compatibility probably isn't there. And sometimes in relationships, what people do is because they've invested so much, you know what, I'm going to just try to make it work. You see what I mean? So what happens is that because you've invested, you don't want to actually go back. So usually when you invest in something, you want to just keep it going because you don't want to go back on that investment. You took too much time and you're like, I don't want to feel like I wasted my time with this person. So let me just continue. Even though the sex is okay, I don't really like the way they do this. I'm not really feeling it. I'll just stay with this person because of all these other things. This is why sometimes women who are in marriages, they stay with men they're not even really that sexually attracted to. This is why you hear women or men complaining, oh, I only have sex once a month with my wife. Why? Because
no, if a dude is only having sex once a month with his wife, there's other things that's involved. It has nothing to do with the sex itself.
Wow. That was a very ignorant statement that Anton said. He said if a man hasn't had sex with his woman in over a month, it has little to do with the sex and a lot to do with other things in the marriage. And look, yeah, it could be that there are other factors, emotional factors, this and the third. But let me tell you what. If you're piping your girl down, she's going to be fulfilled emotionally. With women, it's definitely about sex, okay? It's definitely about sex. If she doesn't feel pleased, she's going to be salty. She's going to be giving you jabs and this, that, and the third. She's going to be disrespecting you every now and again, here and there. I don't care how many bills you're paying. She's going to boss up on you because she's like, man, this nigga can't fuck me right. This nigga can't fuck me right. Don't let her go out and cheat on you and then find a nigga to fuck her right. Oh, then she's really going to get disrespectful on your ass.
With his wife, there's other things that's involved. It has nothing to do with the sex itself.
No, but it does have something to do with the sex sometimes.
No, it does not. If a man is...
No, Anton is wrong. It definitely has to do with the sex. If a man isn't having sex with his wife for over a month, she's probably banging somebody else.
Not only having sex with his wife once a month, there's something else that's going on outside of that that's contributing to it. It has nothing to do with the sex.
And the thing is, she's not sexually attracted to you. Even if a woman, like, even if y'all going through stuff and y'all beefing or whatnot, and y'all arguing and stuff, and maybe you ain't got your money right, if you are sexually attractive, she's still gonna fuck you, bro. It is what it is.
Partly because she's not sexually attracted to him, because if she was, she'd be doing
part of the
there you go, Locario.
Attraction for
he's back on track.
Women to men, and I would expect you to notice as a dating coach is factors that goes outside of the sex itself. Foreplay is largely the thing that drives women before you ever even touch her. Before I ever even get into bed with her, she already riled up. She already ready to go. Right. Like, there's other factors that go into
sexual attraction, brother.
It's not just sexual attraction. It's a lot of things that can go into why a woman is not having sex with a man, and it has nothing to do with the foreplay. It has nothing to do with the sex itself. There's so many other reasons and factors that go into it. It's real talk.
I understand that. What I'm saying, though, is that there is a key point of sexual attraction which causes a woman to be with her husband and not want to have sex with him, where he's only having sex once a month or probably not at all. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because
no, I don't.
Because what happens is...
See, I don't know why Anton is being so condescending. He's just doing this because Locario is a dating coach and he's against dating coach and he's against dating. So now he's trying to bring his self-righteousness into the conversation, which is, quite frankly, to me, disrespectful and is disingenuous. If you want to have an open conversation, let's do that. But don't speak as if your ideas and your perspective is the authority on the conversation. Because at the end of the day, the reason, like, I mean, dudes, chicks is getting stolen out here. And mostly because, and they're getting stolen by who? The pool boy, the Chad, the tennis instructor, the personal trainer. He's sexually attractive to them.
That there's women who get with men, right? And they say, this guy has a good job. He's the, what Kevin Samuel say? The high value man, right? With all the money and all that other stuff. They get with that guy. They're not necessarily sexually attracted to that guy, but he has resources. So they say, you know what? I'll settle with him because he has resources, but I'm not really sexually attracted to him. So she'll give him some sex before the marriage and all this other stuff. They get married and they settle in. She's already locked in. So she doesn't have to have sex with him because she's not that sexually attracted to him in the first place. So what I'm saying is,
it's not true. A lot of times that because women are hypergamous, they're going to go with the best available option. Can we agree with that?
Yeah, if it's about money, yeah. The best option is not about that guy who's actually the best.
See, and Anton is trying to feign ignorance as if women don't cheat. When we know if she's hot, she's definitely more likely to cheat. See, the thing is, Anton has been married for 20 years, apparently. He's been married for a long time. So he basically is in a bubble, okay? He thinks that that women are like his wife, okay? He thinks that modern women are like his wife, and they're going to show you the same gratitude. And if they're not sexually fulfilled, they're going to talk it out with you, and they're going to have a conversation and have a family meeting about how you aren't meeting her needs and how you need to please her more and how you need to lick on the pussy a little longer. That is the perspective that Anton, and he's coming from the perspective that the woman is going to communicate what's wrong in the relationship and this and the third. The fact of the matter is the woman isn't going to tell you that you aren't pleasing her sexually. She's just going to go get pleased, especially if you're providing that bread. She don't want to rock the boat.
It's hypergamy depends on money. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not debating that. I'm saying we can agree on that, right?
And so what I'm saying is if it's about money, then it's not about sexual attraction.
Shout out to Sam Peter. He says, shout out to the God. Back-to-back live stream attendance. I'm going back to the beginning of the live to get some context. Appreciate the content and keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Shout out to Alpha. He says the fitness coach, the chef, the cable guy, the promoter, the bartender, the pizza guy, etc. All pap your bitch out when you least expect it. Absolutely. Takeem Hill says, Anton been married for 17 years. He's been with his wife for like 20 years. Yeah, he don't know the game. House of Cards says his chick is ran through. Alphazo says he out of touch with reality. He not in the dating market out here in these streets. Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. But what I'm telling you is that a woman that feels comfortable and a woman that's feeling provided for is more sexually attracted. Like
no. We speak about hypergamy. We speak about these things, but I think the overarching law, the universal law that supersedes all of that is alpha smashes, beta cashes, better known as alpha fucks, beta bucks. Okay? The hood dude who's sagging his pants, got a little six-pack, tatted up, oh, you best believe he can beat the brakes off your wife. No money involved, no payment, no dates, no Netflix and chill, no down payment. He pulling up, smashing your bitch and getting the fuck on. This is what Anton doesn't understand about the game. He doesn't understand about the hobosexual. He doesn't understand about the alpha who ain't got bread, okay? Because these dudes are getting a lot of pussy. I'm going to just keep it a buck. These dudes are clapping some cheeks, okay?
Action. You see what I'm saying?
Right, but what I'm telling you is that a woman that feels comfortable and a woman that's feeling provided for is more sexually attracted. Like if she feel like she comfortable and she can live in her femininity and she ain't got to worry about going out here and fighting and competing with me on getting to this bag, and she can come and go as she please, and she not required to go to work. Man, I'm telling you, she gonna have that spread laid out for me every single day, and we gonna get it popping.
Wow, Anton just said something extremely ignorant. He said if he's paying the bills, she's going to be sexually attracted to him. That's absolutely false. Yes, women want security. But women will get their security from a guy and then get their sexual pleasure from another guy. Facts. And they won't hesitate to do that because women want their cake and eat it too. They want both or the best of both worlds, especially if they had sex with another guy before and you're not fulfilling her sexually and she's not sexually attracted to you. I'm telling you right now, put me in a room with a guy who's out of shape and ask the woman whose dick she wants to suck. I guarantee you she's going to say me.
Nah, she's real talk. Comfortable. That don't mean she's sexually attracted though. That's all. Okay. Because that's the provider.
And Anton's okay. All right. Like he's very condescending. And he's coming off as okay, well, I be fucking my wife. I don't know. I'm the only nigga fucking my wife. That's the vibe that he's giving off. And it's like, brother, like Mr. Locario said, you don't know. You're not 100% sure if you're the only one fucking your wife. Maybe you are. If she's hot, it's even more doubtable. And I don't know what his wife looks like. But at the end of the day, if you're dealing with a bad chick, which we talk about on this channel. We don't talk about the women who are out of shape, who aren't that attractive. We talk about bad chicks and dealing with those because that's what we want, right? So when it comes to a bad chick, you absolutely don't know what she's doing, okay? You don't know what she's doing. You can feel the vibe, whatnot. But at the end of the day, if you think security alone is gonna keep her, you're wrong. It's the security and the provision combined with sexual attraction that makes a woman weak, that'll make her do anything for you.
Frame of situations. So yeah, she's comfortable. She likes that, and she'll trade that in for some sex here and there. But what I'm saying is, raw lust of her wanting to do it is not there because she was never feeling that way in the first place with that guy. Because what was the real attraction when it came to that guy was the money and high value.
See, Anton is this is where he basically cops out of the argument and he takes the okay route. You know, when you arguing with somebody or having a discussion or debate with somebody and they can't counter your points and they disagree, but they can't counter your points. Okay. All right. You right, bro. You on. Da, 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 da. I hate that type of shit. But Alpha Zoe says Pookie and Ray Ray down in that bit while you taking her on dates and trying to wine and dine her. Facts. Takeem Hill says Anton don't know these chicks of today. Absolutely. These chicks today have a phone full of side dudes. Absolutely. Even the fat sloppy ones. You're right. That's why I can't Alpha Zoe says that's why I can't listen or follow dudes who are married or who have only one woman, especially if they haven't been in the dating market in decades. Exactly. Takeem Hill says these chicks have multiple phones and multiple sides dudes. Facts. Blue Collar Lifestyle says doesn't matter how loyal your girl is, when she runs into Drake, it's game over.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, let me kind of jump back here because we were talking about this guy right here, right? And he was saying that he doesn't pay for sex. He gets all the sex for free. And then I think Anton was saying that sex is you're, as a man, you're really going to pay for sex, right? And I mentioned at the very beginning of this stream, you said, well, the lead attorney, right? Have I ever paid for sex? Well, you could say no, but then also I was married for 10 years and my wife didn't work, right? So, in a way.
That's not paying for sex, though. See, these guys, they feel like, oh, because I'm providing for the woman, I'm paying for sex. That's not how it works, bro. And yes, she has a higher likelihood to leave you if you aren't providing. But in my opinion, from my experience, the sex comes first before the provision. So I'm having sex with the woman before I'm not going to say spending a dime on her, but I'm having sex with a woman before I'm in for a huge investment. Okay. Like, I don't mind spending time plus $15, $20 to get a bite to eat at Texas Roadhouse. That ain't shit. Like, and I would, if I was alone, I would pay for a meal just as expensive.
It kind of seems like I paid for something, but you, Mr. Locario, you're standing firm that men don't necessarily need to pay for sex. You agree with this gentleman here that even though he bought, let's say, a $200,000 Lamborghini, that's not paying for sex. Even though he takes the Lamborghini on the first dates and tries to get the women in the Lamborghini, tries to show the women the Lamborghini that costs him $200,000, but that's not paying for sex.
It depends on the intentions.
But it's not paying for sex, though. If I pull up and I got a couple nice cars, I'm not going to say which ones, but I do have a couple nice cars. If I pull up and I paid my cars off years ago, okay? I own both of my cars. If I pull up in a nice car and she sees that I have a nice car, I'm not paying for sex. She likes the fact that I have a nice car and it makes her more attracted to me. That's just like saying, oh, me going to the gym and working on my body so that women are more attractive to me, I'm paying for sex because I have a $9.99 membership. These guys are conflating, self-improvement and buying possessions for yourself, which at the end of the day, who doesn't want a fucking McLaren? If you got the money to buy a McLaren, you're going to buy a McLaren. Fresh bought the McLaren for one, networking, business, and yeah, it'll help him get girls, even more girls than he's getting now, okay? There's not a problem with that. You're not paying for sex, okay? You're paying for a fucking supercar that you wanted your whole life.
Because like if I buy a Lamborghini because I want a Lamborghini, but that within itself gets certain women wanting to talk to me because of the Lamborghini, then yeah, I'll use that as part of trying to make it happen. But if I just bought the Lamborghini because I actually bought it specifically to get women, then that's me paying for sex. You see what I'm saying? So context matters in how I'm doing it. You see what I'm saying?
So are you saying that if you got married, whether she wanted to marry you or not, the fact that you married don't make you married. It's only the intention that counts.
They said it again?
If you get married, but she didn't want to marry you, right? But she got married to you for whatever reason. You was just her best available option.
Right.
The only thing that matters is the intention that justifies the marriage.
No, I'm not saying that it justifies. I'm saying the intention means that that woman is not really interested, which is why.
But it don't mean that you're not married.
No, you are married. But what I'm saying,
in the same way that it means that he's paying for sex.
No,
using money in order to get women. Like it don't matter about.
This is a circular argument. Unless you are directly exchanging money for sex. Let me repeat this. Unless you are directly exchanging money for sex, i.e., I say, hey, I have $500 and I want to bang this girl right here. Hey, this girl right here. Let's call her Emily. Hey, Emily, I have $500 and I would like to have sex with you. Are you down? She says yes. That is paying for sex. Any other form, showing off your lifestyle, taking a bitch on vacation, this and a third, bro, I don't count that as paying for sex. Now, if you send her on vacation without you, okay, yeah, that's paying for sex. But if you say, hey, I'm about to take this trip, you trying to come and y'all have sex on the trip, you're not paying for sex, bro. I don't count that as paying for sex. That, I mean, if a woman wants to go on vacation with you, you know, you make it exciting. You make your first date very exciting, okay? And I'm not saying do this as a first date, obviously not. But I'm just saying, like, unless you are directly exchanging cash for sex, you're not paying for sex.
What the intention is.
No.
The only thing that matters is the truth. The truth is you spend money and you spent money that you would not have otherwise spent in order to get something that you wanted.
And this is where he's disingenuous. Bro, if I had 200 grand to drop on a McLaren, if I had 200 grand sitting around and I wanted a McLaren and it was less than 10% of my net worth, fuck yeah, I'm buying that shit. Are you kidding me?
No, you're conflating it. If somebody's spending money on a car because they want that car, right? And they weren't thinking about getting the car for sex. They were like, I want to drive around this car because I like it. And then because they got the car, some women started to holler at him because of the car. Then he's like, okay, cool. Well, fuck it. Come have sex with me. But his intention was never to get the car to have sex. Now, on the flip side, if he got the car and his motivation was like, I'm only buying this car to get sex, then yes, that is him tricking, or that is him.
No, it's not. Even if he bought the car and he believed that the car was going to get him hella sex, it's still not directly exchanging money for sex. That's not paying for sex. Even if he bought the car, I don't give a fuck what his intentions are. It's about what you do. Even if he bought the car and said, man, it's going to get like, that's just like saying, bro, I know if I have a six pack and I go to the gym and I work for, say I'm a fat ass and I go to the gym and work 90 days and I spend what it's $9.99 for a membership. I spend $35 on a membership. Did I pay for sex? No. I worked my ass off to get a good body, and I knew that if I got a good body, girls are gonna want to suck my dick. That's not paying for sex, bruh.
Using his card for sex. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. Do you think that
shout out to AlphaZo? He says, don't get mad at hypergamy. Use it to your advantage.
That if it was no women on this earth that we would be doing, or we would be caring about bust down watches and all of this other type of stuff and driving fancy cars, will we have any incentive to do all of the great things that we do as men?
Oh, I say yeah, because I don't do stuff for women. I'm saying so. I know other guys do, but I don't.
You telling me if it was no women on this earth, you wouldn't care? You wouldn't even, you would still be a thriving man. You would be pushing hard.
Yes. You think I do stuff for women? Like, you think I'm trying to do all this for women? No.
If we can't even come to this conversation with integrity, bro, how are we gonna have an authentic conversation? Real talk, bro.
I don't do stuff for women. I'm not doing this for women. You think, okay, so you think I've created a business to get women?
Jesus. Your very business is predicated on women. What are you talking about?
I'm not getting women with my, I didn't say I want to be a dating coach and have a successful dating business so I can use that to get women. That's not my intention. My intention was to help men and women find relationships. That's
the premise and the basis of everything you do. Your whole conversation is based off of women. How many women I've slept with, being in an open relationship,
right.
Everything, your business, the business that you run. Hold on, wait. The business that you run, how you in your relationship, how you live your life, every single thing that you do is predicated upon women.
That's the business, brother, but I'm not doing it for them. It's like if I'm
yeah, and like it's just like, who cares what you're doing it for? It doesn't matter. Unless you are directly exchanging money for sex, you are not paying for sex. I'm going to say that again. Unless you are directly exchanging money or gifts for sex that you don't benefit from, let me make that clear, you're not paying for sex.
If I had a bakery, right? I'm having the bakery to sell cakes, not so I can just eat a bunch of cake. I'm not making the bakery so I can eat cake. I'm making the bakery so I can sell cake.
Matt, wow. Lucario broke that down perfectly. That was a great analogy. Shout out to the brother right there.
So to do what? To do what?
To sell it to people to eat cake.
Shout out to Big Vince. He makes a great point too. He says a lot of men become successful for freedom and to at least have access to massive amounts of women. Options are the spice of life.
Cake.
No, what's the goal to sell cakes?
So I can make money.
To do what?
To provide a lifestyle for myself.
And then impress who? Because we're not doing it just for ourselves.
Nobody.
Everything that you've done in your life is just you saying you only trying to impress you.
I'm not trying to impress nobody. I don't even like the idea of trying to impress women.
Oh my
that's what I'm saying. This what I'm saying is two different. And this.
See, and Anton, he knows that and I'm not speaking for his wife specifically, but he knows that the only reason that woman would want to deal with him is because he has money. So if you're a guy and you look good and you're in shape and you know, you're a guy and you know you can pull off the strength, then you don't really worry about this. But when you're a guy and you're like Anton, no disrespect to the brother, but it's not like he's in the best shape of his life or whatnot. So if you're that type of guy, you believe that, yo, if I don't keep making this money, if I don't keep my foot on the gas, my wife is going to leave me. My woman is going to leave me. Therefore, I'm doing this for women. I'm working so I can keep my woman. But if you're a guy like me, like Tino, who I've already been working, I created my channel to enlighten men. Like he's basically saying that, dating coaches are creating their channel so that they can get women. That's absolutely false, bro. If anything, it makes it harder to get women because they'll be like, oh, he thinks he can just smash every girl. Well, I'm going to make him work for it.
This ain't cap because you can go on my channel. I say this all the time. I do not do stuff for women.
Wait. Hold up. Now, what's wrong with trying to impress a woman?
Because to me, that's kind of goofy. That's
because that's what every animal in the damn animal kingdom does.
Our goal is to mate.
No,
what are you told?
Wait. Every animal in the animal kingdom tries to impress a woman.
No, not me. She needs to impress me. I'm not trying to impress her.
What's wrong with impressing a woman from your perspective? Why are you different than like all the other animals on the planet?
Because I'm the one giving her the value. You understand what I'm saying? The value she's giving me is only predicated on me putting her in position to give me some value. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, like, if I own a company and I'm hiring people, who has to impress who? I'm just saying, right? The potential employee has to impress me. So why am I sitting there trying to impress?
That's not true. Because if you understand
he's being so disrespectful.
Real company works, you understand that in order to get the best talent, it's an interview. It's an interview of both sides. More importantly, especially if you're a person of high demand, it's important for the company to impress the person that they're trying to hire. You ever heard of poaching employees? I just read an article where Apple's employees is being poached by Google and a bunch of other.
And he makes a good point there, but that's more pertaining to business. Locario, he's trying to take Locario's example of business. Conventionally, yes, it is up for the employee. Conventionally, it's up to the employee, right? Especially in a standard job that employees are basically replaceable. It's up to the employee to impress the employer. You have to go through all these screening processes to even be validated by the employer for the employer to say, okay, he's gotten through all these and his credentials are good. Okay, let me try and impress him. So I think what they're doing is being disingenuous with Locario's analogy. But I mean, they're not wrong about employers trying to impress employees and poaching employees and all that stuff. I actually read that article too. But the fact of the matter is, this is when it comes to businesses and corporate America, it's two different things. It's way different than dealing with women.
Entities, the AI division, all of that a lot of their employees is being poached because they're so in demand.
So are there more people or more Google?
What do you mean? I'll drive out here every single day and I see signs every single day of people. It's a capitalistic environment in every single way, both financially, both emotionally, and when it comes to relationships. I drive out here and I see signs every single day. Hey, work for us. We'll give you a $1,500 signing bonus, right? When they were advocating and they were protesting for $15 an hour, ain't nobody want to listen, right? The market dictates whether or not a person is in demand, not you. Is that too much? Is that too deep?
If you have a company, right? If I'm Google and I have thousands of people who want to work for me and I'm looking to fill 2 positions, who needs to impress who?
Well, it depends on whether or not that position is in demand. Because if you're looking for somebody that's a data scientist, if you're looking for somebody that understands AI research, you're not just going to go and say, I need somebody needs to impress who, because there's a market and there's very few people that can fill that niche. And so you need to impress them because they have more options than you have. And when it comes to recruiting, what are you talking about?
See, that's the difference between how me and you see the situation. You're seeing it like you got to impress the woman because she's rare. They're all over the place. I can get another woman.
Well, it depends on the level of woman that you're rocking with.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that
okay. So anybody can get a scallywag. Anybody can get a scallywag. Anybody can get.
And he's wrong right there. Anybody can get a scallywag. Anybody can get a girl who's low value. Anybody? No, bro. No, even the ugly girls are still fucking the top 20% of men. This is what he doesn't understand. This is where the blue vitamin comes into play.
Get a chick for the streets. It's a lot.
Not anybody can even get a chick who's for the streets. Okay, this is why when guys are always saying, "Oh, she's a hoe, she's a hoe." Well, why can't you fuck her? If she's such a hoe, why can't you fuck her? Because women who are hoes, they're only hoes with a certain amount of guys. They're not just out here sleeping around with everybody. They're only sleeping around with the guys who check off their boxes.
A lot of women. Yeah, we all know that there's a lot of women. You just told me that you post. I was looking on here before I even got on here, and you told me you post something on a dating app, and that's how you get your girls a lot of time. That's not impressive, bro. Like, real talk. Like, you said that you need
dating apps are very hard to maneuver, and he's saying it's not impressive. Oh, it's not impressive that you get a woman off a dating app. Look, bruh, dating apps are a lot harder to maneuver than you think.
Girls, and the reason why
I'm gonna do a whole series on all of the dating apps that are mainly popular.
Able to bust them down within 10 minutes is because you post the right thing on a dating app. You told us that you coach people and you say that, hey, this is what your dating profile needs to look like, so on and so forth. So you finessing people. That's not the same. Listen, I'm telling you that's not the same, bro. To finesse some pussy is different than authentically getting the best available option. And when you get the best available option, often don't try to overtalk me. When you're getting the best available option, right, you have to understand that best available option has options also. And so you have to do some work. You have to be a little bit more impressive than just putting a profile up on a dating app, bro.
She is not the best available option until I make her the best available option. Do you understand? I don't think you understand that. What I'm saying is that she's nothing to me until I make her something to me. So what I'm saying is that she needs to impress me in order to be in my life because I'm the one providing her with all this value. So I'm not.
And see, these blue vitamin guys cannot they can't process this. They can't process the fact that there are men out here who are saying, no, it's not up to me to impress the woman. She has to impress me. This makes a blue vitamin guy's skin crawl because he's never heard of this, because he's never been able to get the WAP off the strength.
You impress any woman.
You're still the one that's posting all of this stuff and finessing your profile in order to get women.
Finessing your profile. Oh, so am I finessing my Instagram because I have a fitness Instagram? Am I finessing my TikTok, bro?
Yeah, you'll sit here and tell us that you're not doing anything for women.
I'm not doing any. What am I doing to put a profile up and match with people and
AlphaZo says women voted that 88% of men on dating apps are unattractive, meaning only 12% of men online have a chance.
talk to them? What am I doing?
Wait, hold on. So what? Okay, so you're not trying to impress women, but you have a profile. What does your profile say?
All right, let me see. Let me pull out my profile, see what it says. Hold on.
Yeah, because usually the number one goal of a profile is to impress women. In fact, I had a woman on the other day, and she was saying that, you know, she was going to give up on online dating because she had a profile. And we were like, okay, well, you know, what does your profile look like? She said she had one picture up. And all the guys in the chat were like, listen, one picture ain't going to do it. It's not going to impress us. You're not going to find any men, right? So usually
and that's where they're wrong. A woman can literally have one picture on a dating app and still, I guarantee that woman's dating app feed is filled with simps and niggas who are trying to get at her in the DMs. I guarantee it. The thing is, it's not the guy that she wants. And the guys that she wants only want to fuck her for a night.
The whole point of a profile is to grab attention, to impress. So what is your profile? What does your online profile say?
Yeah, so it says, I'm gonna tell you what my online profile says. I live a non-monogamous lifestyle. I dare you to swipe right. I promise you fall in love with me, and I put my height. That's it. That's it.
How tall are you?
You put up pictures? Yeah, you put up pictures?
I put pictures on there, right?
So you put up pictures, right? Are they nice pictures?
Yeah, they're nice pictures.
Wiz G says Anton been married for 2 decades. What the fuck he know about a dating app? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna answer this phone call real quick. Well, actually, I'm gonna text him.
Why? Why do you care? Why not just let them come to you, since you don't care whether or not they, you know, you're not looking to impress them. So why are you even caring about the type of why you even create a profile why you even put up a profile in the first place if you don't care to impress women?
Because putting up a picture is not impressing them. That's attracting them. You understand what I'm saying? Like if I go and approach a woman, is that me trying to impress her? If I
the goal still comes back to you're doing something for a woman. You're doing it to get with you. You put up the profile. The foundation of the conversation was, do we do things for women? Yes. You're putting up this profile to get women. Yes. You took that picture and you posted it the way that you posted like this because you wanted to attract women. Yes. No.
And impressing is
you're doing it to get women, right?
Attracting and impressing is two different things. This is what you're not understanding.
How are they different? How are they different?
You are the king of semantics.
Let me give you two different examples. This is impressing. This is trying to impress a woman. Trying to impress a woman, meet up with her, buy her flowers, take her to a fancy dinner, take her for a romantic walk on a park, and then bring her home and then give her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, right? Attracting a woman is me talking to a woman and saying, hey, listen, I think you sexy as shit. I want you to come by my place tonight at 8, and I'm gonna fuck the shit out you. Two different things. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's two different things.
Whatever, however you want.
Big Vince says these dating apps ain't no joke. I got a buddy who's recently divorced and he's struggling on Tinder. I can't imagine getting back on the market and getting on a dating app. Facts, Big Vince.
Frame it. You're still doing it for women.
I want to smash.
However you framing it, you're doing it for women.
I'm doing it for me because I'm getting my dick sucked. I don't understand how that is trying to impress a woman. I'm telling her I want to smash. How is that trying to impress a woman?
This is nuts, yo.
I'm just saying.
Yo, Anton's being so disingenuous. It's like, okay, yes, we get it. You want men to say everything that you do is for a woman. We get it. Everything that we do, making money, getting in shape, doing this and doing something for yourself and becoming a better man. Everything we do is for a woman. This is what the blue pill tells you. He wants Locario to admit that everything that he does is to get women, and it's just not true, bro.
As the king of semantics in order to try to move the goalpost. But the reality is that when we get back to brass tacks, most of the stuff that we have in our lives and stuff that exists would not exist if we did not have women. And that's just the truth.
And yeah, he's right about that. But it's not like everything that you do is just to get bruh, you think it's that simple?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Anton. Oh, sorry. Going back to this situation right here. There was a woman, her name, I guess it's Nina Unrated, right? And this Nina Unrated lady was saying that, you know, she had been on these people's show. And so I guess she was sitting like right here. She had done the show. And then the show's ratings were well. People were calling in. People were giving $300 super chats and $500 super chats. And so this guy wanted to have her back in the next couple of days. Well, and so she was like, well, you know, is it confirmed? You know, because I need to book the hotel and the flight. And he, according to her, he was saying, yeah, it's all confirmed. It's all confirmed. Then after a couple of days later, he was like, oh, yeah, by the way, you know, you've got some adult entertainment on your right? on your Patreon, right? And she was like, well, I do, but what does that have to do with you? And he said, well, listen, you know, give us some of your porn. We're gonna put it on our site, and then you come on over. And she's like, well, no, you know, I don't want to do that. That's not.
The lead attorney is not right on this. Basically, what happened was Nina Unrated wanted to come on the show. They had made some type of agreement that Nina Unrated would come on the late night show, and then she would also come on the unrated show that they would put on their Patreon, and where they would do a butt naked interview or a partially nude interview. So lead attorney is not completely factual with his assessment of this situation.
Part of the deal. That's my stuff. You know, when I'm on there, you're getting the $300 super chat. You're getting the $500 super chat. You're not sharing them with me. So why should I just give you some of my videos? And he said, well, you know, if you want to play it that way, really, you should be giving us $10,000 to $11,000 to come on. And she was like, no, well, you know, you're trying to extort me now. And so, you know, he called her back apparently and said, listen, by the way, you know, it had slipped my mind the day you were supposed to show up. You know, we were double booked, so you can just come on a little bit later. And that was that. How do you feel about men kind of using their, and this is all according to her, this is not necessarily fact, but how do you think,
Which is probably some extra fabrication in there, but go ahead.
Right. How do you feel about men kind of leveraging their position to try to get sex?
Wait a minute. He was trying. You think he was trying to bust her down?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a different woman, right? He had written some woman saying, "Hey, you know, if you want to be on the show, you need to have sex with me."
Okay, so now he's talking about the Anna Fitness situation, which we already covered.
And actually, Ab he had showed the text, right? He showed the text where the woman
and Myron showed the text on the show right after the day after too.
And the tall guy, the Myron guy, said, listen, you know, I'm just being honest. This is a text that the Myron guy, the tall guy, sent a woman saying, hey, I'm just being honest and stand by it. I'm not collaborating with you unless we F. You have F'd a bunch of dudes I know and are not special. You could have just said no and kept it moving.
Wait, which one did this?
The tall guy, the fresh, fit? No, the fit, yeah, the fit guy. Okay. The fit guy said, so he sent this text to a woman. So, you know, you could have just said no and kept it moving, but you were clearly in your feelings going through all the effort with the poll. Go ahead and screenshot this conversation to Clout Chase. I don't care if 75 Simp said in your story, Simp said in your story to White Knight. There's a difference between the difference is I say what I want and don't care what you think. So again, you know, go.
Big Vince says, I feel Fresh and Fit messed up by associating with those bottom of the barrel broads too much. Eventually, some of them will jam you up. You don't even have to do anything honey traps. I don't disagree.
Going back up here, you know, I'm not going to collaborate. What was your feeling on that?
And I'm going to keep it a buck. What he did was not the way to do it. What he did in this situation with the Anna Fit girl, it wasn't the way to do it. I don't agree with what he did. I don't agree with the way he did it. But that's what he did. He stand on his shit, and it is what it is.
That's a no-go. Like, I've never seen that. I mean, you know, largely because I be so mired up in so much other stuff. I never seen that, but that's a no-go. That's a no-go. I don't believe.
Yo, Red Alert put Anton on blast. So is vlogging in a Versace robe surrounded by Jordans in attempt to get woman Mr. Faithful ? Woo!
Especially when it comes to business, I don't believe in mixing business with pleasure at all. Like, I believe in separating it completely. And honestly, you know, if we just being 100% real.
RJ Ives says, it's obvious 2 out of 3 of you have never used the dating app. Y'all been retired. Take notes, fella. He put pictures on of himself, not a Lambo.
One of the reasons why the women rock with me so heavy, that rock with me and that work for me, is because they come in understanding that this is 100% business and that they don't have to worry about the same things that they would worry about if they were under a different situation where people were looking at them from that perspective and that lens. Like the women that work for me and the women that rock with me, whether they own different networks or whether they work for me in different businesses that I have, they are 1000% on their grind and get into it, and they add more value when they work much harder because they understand that I'm not looking at them like that, right? When I fly into a city and I do a recording or I shoot one of my people or whatever, Courtney Michelle or Kay or whoever, it don't even matter who it is, Lauren or anybody on that's on
shout out to Lauren. That's the one with that nose ring, right? I like that nose ring.
When I rock with Lauren, they know that we come in here to take care of business, and so they're much more motivated to take care of business because they know that they don't have to subject themselves to this low level of thinking that comes along with me not being able to exercise dick discipline. I think that not exercising dick discipline is the thing that kills so many people. So many people. And people don't even realize that the value that they're taking away from themselves because she not working. If the goal is to get to the money, right? She not working as hard as she need to because she's so focused on things that has nothing to do with what it is that we're trying to accomplish. So no, I don't align with that.
Right. So, I mean, just to be clear, because I think I had conflated this before, the guy, the tall guy, right, the Myron, he sent this screenshot to one woman, and then there was another woman named Nina Unrated who he was trying to get the porn from, and then trying to get the $10,000 or $11,000. You know, I don't have a problem at all with people charging to be on their platform. I think O'Shea Duke Jackson has come out and said,
yeah, I don't have a problem with that either.
So if $10,000 is the rate, then that's the rate, right?
Yep.
And even asking for porn,
but at the same time, though, you gotta I gotta give them a little bit of leeway in that they brand themselves as a dating platform.
Facts,
right? And so I'm assuming that a lot of what they put out is based around, women having hot girls, whatever. They down in Miami, whatever, the cars, flashy lifestyle. That's their brand. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of also want to give them a little leeway in that their platform was largely built on that. And so anybody that come on a platform, you got to understand what you're getting yourself into also. Like the women gonna have to take some ownership and responsibility in that also, right?
So is that a part of being on the platform to have sex with them? You got to F them?
No, I don't believe in that. Like, you know me, I don't believe in that. That's not what it is. But then at the same time, I just don't believe that these women are telling the full story. I think that they be knowing what they getting into, and I think that part of the issue is that they not getting the bag that they thought they should have got as a result of showing up on their platform. But you don't see me coming on here saying, "Hey, lead, I'm on your platform. Shouldn't we be sharing these super chats?" No, right. You know what I'm saying? Like that, we not doing that. No, it's a privilege for me to be here. When I bring people up on my platform, it's a privilege for them to be here. They're getting more exposure as a result of showing up. And so at the same time, they need to take into consideration the full scope of compensation because it doesn't just exist when it comes to paying out, right? Absolutely. Like they have a huge platform. And so her being able to use their platform in order to build up her brand and have more visibility also factors into that compensation.
Yeah, no, I hear it. Give me 1 second. Let me give a huge shout out to two people. First, Steve Mayfield. Thank you so much, Steve Mayfield, for your generous $50 super chat. Your support. It's hard for me to tell you how appreciative I am. And then, of course, to Mr. Locario, the man right here.
So that's pretty much the end of the Locario segment, and I definitely wanted to show you guys that. It was a very interesting conversation. But, I wanted to break that down because Mr. Anton was coming with some, pretty good statements and then some pretty bad ones. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys' awareness. And I really like the way that Locario moves and the way that he rocks and his swag and all that stuff. The only thing that I disagree with him on is the open marriage. But anyways, you already know what it is. It's your boy Quarantino Da GAWD, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship question to the email down below with a screenshot of your Cash App. So I know you pay your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your mom freaking DM with the BS. It's your boy Quarantino Da GAWD. I'm out. If you want to see exclusive raw and uncut videos of Quarantino Da GAWD exposing and explaining how to bang OnlyFans chicks, cam girls, and other adult content creators and then toss them to the wayside, look no further. For only $9.99 a month, you too can become the floor slayer you were always meant to be. All you have to do is subscribe to my OnlyFans, and you can unlock the skills that it takes to bang adult models on a consistent and regular basis. Are you scared to talk to that bartender at your local pub? Or afraid to lock eyes with the HBIC in your local titty bar? Want to know how to build up the courage to engage in conversation with that hot Hooters waitress with the tight ass that you always order the 6-piece all flats naked wings with? All you have to do is click the link to my OnlyFans in the description box below. Tino Gang.